Housing is becoming increasingly expensive. Land is scarce. Construction costs are rising, and even simple homes are becoming out of reach for many. At the same time, the desire for independence, fewer obligations, lower fixed costs, and greater control over one's own life is growing. One reason why the tiny house movement is gaining momentum. But can we take this a step further? Is it possible to live permanently in a mobile home without major compromises? In something like this motorhome, or this one, or maybe this one. Temporarily or as a couple, that is certainly feasible. But as a family, permanently? The limiting factor is the available space. A vehicle is restricted in both length and width. Regulations vary slightly. In the United States, the maximum dimensions are around 12.20 by 2.59 meters. Also, this can differ from state to state. In Asia, using Japan as an example, the limits are around 12 by 2.5 meters. And in Europe, the situation is similar, at approximately 12 by 2.55 meters. So it can be stated that the maximum usable area of a vehicle is limited to around 30 square meters. However, the limitation does not end with the floor area. Maximum vehicle height range between 3.8 and 4.2 meters, primarily to ensure vehicle can pass under bridges. So the question is, can a family of up to 4 people live permanently under these conditions without major compromises? They need to live, cook, wash and work here. In addition, all building systems, sanitary installations and vehicle technology must be accommodated. Can this work? The immediate thought is, if length and width cannot be changed, aside from possible slide outs, can the full height be utilized optimally? Is it possible to double the usable area by introducing the second level? The problem? From the maximum height of around 4 meters, several elements must be deducted. Up to 25 centimeters are required for the vehicle's substructure alone. Then comes the usable headroom of the first level, followed by the intermediate floor structure, the second level, and finally the roof construction. These roughly 4 meters are distributed approximately as shown here. This means that on the first level, taller individuals may not be able to stand upright, and on the second level, even shorter people may need to bend. In double-decker buses, this issue is often solved with lowered aisles and raised seating rows. But this contradicts our goal of full usability as living space. In addition, the available area is not simply 30 plus 30 square meters. The second level requires access. A staircase is needed, as well as space for the driver's area, technical zones for the engine, and building systems, wheel arches, installation channels, storage compartments, and even factors such as roof curvature limit usability. Let's look at how these challenges can be solved, starting with the base structure. We use the maximum length of 12 meters and width of 2.5 meters. On this, we place the vehicle frame as the structural foundation. The wheel arches are the first major constraint. Since usable height and space are significantly reduced in this area, we use one of these zones to access the second level. it becomes clear that we need to work with split levels. For example, in the bathroom, we require not only standing height, but significantly more space as we want to shower upright. This makes the area above the rear axle ideal. Below it, water and wastewater system can be installed, which also reduces pipe length. We then need an access zone to the second level that also allows full standing height for taller individuals. This naturally reduces the height of the first level, which is why we position this zone on the left side of the bus. Since this is a mobile home, seating is required during travel. This area does not require full standing height, so we place it in the front section. The same applies to the sleeping areas, where full height is not necessary. Additional levels can be introduced here as well. Our design now consists of 5 different levels. In circulation zones, we achieve clear heights of over 1.9 meters on both levels. In the bathroom area, we even reach approximately 2.4 meters. In sleeping and seating areas, the height is reduced to around 1.6 to 1.8 meters. Let's take a closer look at how these concepts are implemented. At the rear of the vehicle, we separate the engine compartment and technical areas from the living space. Between the wheel arches, we place the freshwater and wastewater tanks, each with a capacity of 800 to 1000 liters. For comparison, motorhomes from brands like Morelo or Concorde typically have freshwater capacities of 300 to 600 liters and wastewater tanks up to 500 liters. Axle load must always be considered here. However, special solutions are necessary to enable long off-grid operation. A capacity of 500 liters typically allows for about 7 days of autonomous use. The engine compartment remains separate and is accessible from the rear and sides, also accommodating additional systems such as heating. Along the sides, there is space for large battery packs and inverters powered by the solar panels on the roof. The kitchen is positioned close to the water and energy systems, separated by a wall element that also provides structural support for the intermediate floor. The cooking and living areas can be designed either as an open space or separated by an extended partition wall. The driver's cabin is separated from the living area and accessible through a 1.6 meter crawl door. Above this are the levels and the necessary ceiling structure. The frame and wall construction have a thickness of 8 centimeters, allowing for high quality insulations and integrated installations. The intermediate level with a clear height of 2.44 meters houses the bathroom. At the rear of the bus, a workspace is created with a clear height of 1.93 meters. On the second level, the sleeping areas are located in the middle section. In front of them, near the bathroom, is the washing machine area. Along the corridor, numerous wall niches provide storage space through built-in cabinets. With walls and levels completed, we move on to the interior design. To save space, the bathroom is equipped with a sliding door. Wall niches are integrated into the rear wall for storage of toiletries. The shower measures 90 by 90 centimeters with an angled entry. In terms of size, it is comparable to a shower in a typical single-family home. The sink measures 56 by 40 centimeters. And the toilet is standard household size. The bathroom is compact but fully functional and offers sufficient movement space. The workspace with around 4.5 square meters is also compact but fully functional. The desk is 1.4 meters wide and 60 centimeters deep, complemented by a 40 centimeter deep built-in cabinet. The corner desk layout provides sufficient space for a standard office chair. A 15 centimeter deep wall niche in the corridor offers additional storage. The workspace is also separated by a sliding door, enabling uninterrupted work. Opposite the workspace and bathroom, near the staircase, a larger niche houses a standard washing machine, with additional storage above for detergents. The niche can be closed with a wooden sliding panel. Further built-in cabinets are integrated into the adjacent wall, accessible from the corridor and closable with sliding panels. Both bedrooms are also separated by sliding doors. 3 steps lead into each bedroom, reducing the height to around 1.6 meters. Each bedroom contains 2 large wardrobes, each measuring 50 by 50 by 155 centimeters. A full-height mirror is placed near the stair area. The double bed, measuring 1.5 by 2 meters, occupies most of the space. Storage for bedding is located at the rear, with shelves above for small items and charging devices. Drawers at the front provide additional storage. The height is sufficient to sit up and change clothes comfortably. The second bedroom is identical but mirrored. The front lounge room, also separated by a sliding door, offers around 4 square meters of space. It could serve as a playroom for children or as a relaxation and reading area. In this setup, it includes 2 bus seats, allowing passengers to enjoy an elevated view during travel. With a clear height of 1.8 meters, most people can use the space comfortably. In the corridor and workspace, the clear height exceeds 1.9 meters. Let's now examine the lower living level, starting with the kitchen. Due to the corridor above, the ceiling height in the rear section is reduced, but visually compensated with cladding and shelving. Next to the stairs, there is space for a refrigerator freezer unit. A recessed cabinet provides an ideal location for a coffee machine. The kitchen includes standard 60 by 60 centimeter units, offering sufficient storage and workspace, with the option to add additional cabinetry on the opposite side. If an open layout is not desired, the kitchen can be separated from the living area with a partition wall and sliding door. In the living area, the ceiling height is increased in the central section due to the bed layout above, reaching approximately 2.15 meters. A seating area is installed along the side, with a foldable and height-adjustable table that, together with additional chairs, can accommodate up to 6 people. When not in use, the table can be folded down to create more space. Additional seating and workspace options are also integrated. The front wheel arch is covered and used as an additional desk or study area, for example, for children. The second wheel arch is similarly utilized for storage. The driver's cabin is accessible through a 1.6 meter passage. The rear entrance leads directly into the kitchen, allowing groceries to be stored immediately. Nearby are access points to the water and wastewater systems, including a larger service hatch that also provides storage space. The engine, heating and technical systems are accessible via the rear hatch and side access panels. Power is supplied by solar panels on the roof and by the engine while driving. The conversion increases usable space by 67% compared to typical motorhomes without relying on slide-outs. The kitchen on level 1 occupies around 8 square meters and includes standard household equipment. The adjacent living area offers about 12 square meters and is multifunctional. The intermediate level includes a compact but fully functional 2 square meter bathroom. On level 2, a 4 square meter workspace is located at the rear. At the front, a 3 square meter lounge provides a comfortable retreat with an elevated view. 2 bedrooms of 5 square meters each offer double beds and storage, despite reduced ceiling height. The corridor adds further storage and laundry functionality. In total, usable space increases from 30 to around 50 square meters. But perhaps, in the end, it's not about how much space we have, but how intentionally we use it.